I have beat the Nintendo Switch. You know why? Because I bought and played every decent Switch exclusive that it has. So, today I'm gonna, well, rank them and give them a score. Don't mind the fact that I only have 10 games. And in the number 10 spot is Ring Fit Adventure. And let's just say, because I'm fat and lazy, this game is just meh. I just didn't really like it, or less that I didn't like it and that I got too lazy to play it. And the number 9 spot is Super Mario Party. This also kinda encounters a problem that I don't have any friends, and because of that, it's not interesting to play by myself, so it also gets the meh ranking. And in the number 8 spot is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I like the graphics, which are probably one of the best looking on the Nintendo Switch, and I liked the story, but the gameplay just scammed me. I really thought that it was gonna be an action game, but yeah, it's definitely not that. It's actually closer to cookie clicker than to an adventure game. And because I hated the combat that much, and I couldn't even finish the game because of it, it also gets the meh reward. And in the number 7 spot is Super Mario Odyssey. This was the first Mario game I ever played, and it's probably gonna be the last. It just so happens that I played it right after Astrobot, and Astrobot is just basically better in every way. The story is more fun, the music is better, and so is the gameplay. Mario Odyssey barely has a story. The gameplay is dated as hell. I really hate the floaty controls, which are not present in Astrobot or most other platformers, and it's only there because of the old people who play Nintendo, so I don't really like it. And also, compared to Astrobot, what I hate the most is that it's kind of a really silent game, because compared to Astrobot, there was a lot of places in Mario Odyssey where I just stopped to listen to maybe the background music, and it was dead silence. There was nothing there. So, even though it had its problems, it still gets a fun award. In the number 6 spot is Bayonetta 3. I liked the combat in this game, but what ruined it and put it in this spot down here is that I really hate the kaiju combat, because it just doesn't feel good. You have to control some huge thing that comes out of you. It just kind of feels very clunky and not fun. But overall, the story is decently interesting except for the multiverse nonsense. But it's a pretty good game, so it gets the fun rating. And in the number 5 spot, we have Zelda Breath of the Wild. The reason it's here is because I obviously like the other 4 games better. The biggest gripes that I have with this game is that the story is just barely, they basically have like 4 cutscenes across the whole game, and it's just, I like more structured stories, and Breath of the Wild is basically, you have this structured start for like 30 minutes, and then, just go straight to the end of the game. We don't really give about you knowing the story or anything else. The gameplay was decently interesting, and because of that, it gets the fun award. In place number 4 comes Bayonetta 1 and 2 collection. Why is it here and not Bayonetta 3? Is because these games are just literally better. Out of the Bayonetta trilogy, I like Bayonetta 2 the most. The first one has somewhat clunky controls, I've been playing it now, but Bayonetta 2 just kind of feels like a perfect hack and slash game. The controls feel great, and the game is just fun. The story is fun, the music is fun, so because all the aspects of this game are pretty decent, it gets a good rating. And now we're coming into the top 3. And the third place is Astral Chain. The reason it's here is because it has great music, an interesting story, and it actually has a unique mechanic for a hack and slash game, in which you control two beings at the same time. You control your main character, which has similar combat to other hack and slash games. But you also control this ghost wraith-like thing, which you can use to do different combat moves, and it's actually pretty cool because of that. And it gets the good award. And the number 2 spot is Metroid Dread. What can I say about this game? Is that this is my first real Metroidvania. Because it's Metroid. Even though it's my first real Metroidvania, it's my first fake Metroidvania as well. Because, interestingly enough, there's a bunch of places in this game where you start progressing, and you think, oh, I'm gonna try backtrack. Oh wait, this is actually a linear game. It's a fake Metroidvania. There is a bunch of places where you're going, and then you drop a little ledge. Then you go forward, you do something, I'm gonna turn around and explore backwards, and you can't. Oh look, you remember that little ledge from before? Yeah, you can't climb up it, so the pathway back is closed, and the only way is forward. Interesting. And that's how this game, even though it looks like a Metroidvania, it kinda actually isn't. And that's actually pretty cool game design. Also, the combat in this game is actually pretty great, and the story is decently interesting. That's why it's the number 2 spot, and it gets a good award. And lastly, the number 1 spot for the best Nintendo Switch game goes to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And the reason why is because it's Breath of the Wild, but it's better than it in every single way. You get an extended map, which is 2.5 times the size. You actually get a story and not just 3 cutscenes. The actual combat is improved. The gameplay with puzzles are also improved. So basically, it's like if Breath of the Wild was a game demo, then Tears of the Kingdom is the final release of the game. And that's why it gets the first and only Masterpiece Award. This is the only Nintendo Switch game that's actually worth it. So, this is the definitive list of the best Switch games that there ever was. And don't even try to tell me otherwise. This is a completely subjective list, and I won't hear any of it. Don't even dare to mention Pokemon, okay? And now that I've played them all, this is now a finished system. and I don't have any single game to play on it anymore.